What's going on, guys? So today we're going to do a little something different. We got Big Blue here, and we don't have a sub box in here currently right now, so we're going to put us a Gately enclosure in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with this GM 2008 to 18 6.5 enclosure. This one happens to be stained in the Bloodbath red. It's one of the options you can get at Gately Audio. It's absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to install in that enclosure the Gately Audio Alpha Series 6.5s. These things are amazing, man. I haven't heard the 6.5s, but I've heard the 8s, and they're great, man. Of course, we're going to wire it up with some Sky High Car audio, some OFC speaker wire. So stick with us and we'll get started on that. Okay, so we're getting ready to wire up this enclosure for the 6.5s. What we got to do is, because these are all dual 2 ohm subwoofers, we're going to have to wire up these 3 here in parallel with each other, and then these 3 in parallel, and then we're going to put the 2 sets of 3 in series with each other, and that should get us down to 0.67 ohms. So I've got a wire cut, and we're going to start wiring. Okay, now that we got all the wires in place, I wanted to take a second to explain what we did. So we have each of the positive and negatives for each sub, and what we did is I ran a wire from this last sub all the way to this other side, and this is where we wire them in series. So right here I took the positive from one set of 3 and the negative of the other set of 3 and put them together so they'd be in series, and then this will give us our positive and negative to the amplifier, and that should get us down to 0.67 ohms. So now we're going to install the subwoofers and bolt these to the back of the box so we can connect them to the amplifier. Stick with us and we'll get that going. Okay guys, moving on. Real quick, in case anybody's wondering what that god-awful racket is in the background, we're in Texas, man. We'd die out here without this big old fan, so we got the big ass fans going. Moving on. We got all 6 of the subwoofers unboxed. Things are beautiful, man. And the other part of this little wiring job that we have is since these are dual 2 ohm, so they have 2 positives and 2 negatives, we have to run the coils in series with each other on each one. And essentially all that means is that we're going to take a wire from this positive and run it over to this negative over here. So that'll essentially give us 1 positive and 1 negative left on each one of these. And that's where our connections that we just made will hook into. So we're going to get that going now. I'm going to make a little wire for each one of these, and then we'll start setting them in the enclosure and getting them bolted down. Beautiful. Okay, so we got 4 of the 6 subs installed. We're going to wait to put the last 2 in until we get the enclosure inside the truck so that we can fasten it down to the floor with the holes I have drilled already. Once we get it fastened to the floor, then we can install the last 2 subs and then hook it to the amp and we'll be done. So stand by and we'll get that done. All right, final step, man. She is mounted, solid as a rock, looking beautiful. Hell yeah. All right. So we're gonna try to do a little bit of a smoke test on this thing, see how she sounds. You can get these subs at skyhighcaraudio.com or you can get it at gatelyaudio.com. Same goes for the box. Although I will recommend, if you want some custom stain color, you contact Bobby Gately directly and he can work with you on all that. Well, that's going to wrap up this video, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.